Hello students. So today we will look at a practical example or application of NLP, that of a sentiment analysis. It is used to collect the response of a user, and in case of a product launch or a new movie, in such cases we tend to use the sentiment analysis application. So let us go to an example. Here we have collected some data set regarding the reviews made by women or users regarding one clothing product. So now you see uh, there are several uh, features. Out of that, we will be concentrating more on the title, review text, and rating. So these three features we will take into account for our consideration. Now let's move on to the application. So here we are importing that data set with the help of pandas, and we are printing the first few rows. So as we have said that we will be taking into account the title, the review text, and the rating. Next, we see that we are now trying to uh, create a diagrammatic representation using the rating. The rating column, as you have seen, the rating, it demonstrates how much rating the different users have given. So we just plot a graph and we see that mostly it is as a positive rating, because the counts of the I mean those rating which has got 4 or 5 are the highest. So we see that the overall rating is highest, and we can also see what are the topmost words that appear in the review text. I will give the code in the description for you to test it later on. So now using this review text, we see how many words are most frequently used by the users. Okay, now we can classify. Now we can classify our the different ratings. We can classify it as positive or negative. So we can do that when, say, suppose we say a a rating is 4 or 5, then it is a positive rating. Then it is a positive rating. Or and if rating is less than 3, then it is a negative rating. So in that way we classify, and we have done that. Here if you see, and we are ignoring the rating which is 3. The neutral ratings we can consider it later on, but as of now we are just creating a simple model of positive and negative sentiment. So now after that we are creating a new column, sentiment, with the classification. positive or negative. Positive means +1, negative means -1. So here you see that the new column sentiment is appearing. Now, so we are segregating. Positive one is having sentiment 1, negative is having sentiment -1. Next, we see the overall sentiment of the whole data set. We can see that as we have earlier seen that it is mostly positive. Now again with this new variable sentiment, we see that it is the world and perception or the response of the users toward this product is positive. Having done this, now we want to create a model of predictions. So whether a new user gives a review, whether it will be a positive or a negative. So now let us create a model. So what we do, we in the creation of a model, first of all we select some features. In the creation of a model, so the first task is selection of features. We select some features. So now here what are the features we select? That is the title and the sentiment that we have newly created. So here the title is suppose my favorite buy and sentiment is 1, fluttering sad sentiment is 1, not very petite -1. In this way we have selected the features. Next is we split the training and testing data set. So now next task is we split the data into training and testing. So after we have split, suppose here we have split 80% to training, 20% to testing. Now having done that, the next is to apply the classification mechanism. Next is to apply the classifier model. Apply the classifier model or algorithm. Classifier algorithm. Now we can have multiple algorithms we can apply and see its accuracy, but for simplicity let us take one application algorithm, logistic regression. So now for that, what, because logistic regression will take input as numbers, so as it cannot deal with the text, so we will need something to transform the text into numbers, into a matrix. So now we use this count vectorizer, which takes the test or train data set and converts into train matrix, conversion test matrix, and that then we are creating a logistic regression class, and then we are getting the then we are train matrix to x train, test matrix to x test, that this is the title, the column, and sentiment is the target variable. That we are segregating the variables here. We are now segregating the variables. Segregating the variables, the independent variables, the target variables, and independent variables. So now the sentiment is our target variable. Now we are applying the model, we are fitting that model on the training data through this particular uh, command, and then we are getting the predictions lr.predict with the help of x test. We have we have trained our model with the training data, and then with the help of testing data we are doing the predictions, and the predictions is appearing like this. We can know how good is our predictions through the help of the this accuracy score, which is we are getting 93. This is our confusion matrix, and this is our accuracy 93, which is good. So we can also now we can test with a new review. Suppose our review is hot, then it is coming as 1, and if your review is coming as bad, then it is coming as -1. So I hope it clarifies this with a simple example the application of sentiment analysis. In the future classes, maybe we will deal with some more uh, advanced examples. Thank you.